Would you look at the time? It's time for another video. Good day to you, fellow adventurers throughout time and space. It is I, the Cowardly Time Lord. We're back to Let's Read My Stories Part 10. Chapter 5. Davy and Veronica. Good news, they're almost back, said Davy happily. One day you're gonna have to tell me how you can teleport, said Veronica. Why do you need him to tell you? I can find the answer for that question for you, asked Puck cleverly and evenly while placing a hand on Veronica's shoulder. You figure out how I can teleport? Asked Davy happily. Yes, why are you so surprised? I'm surprised because if you can figure out how I can teleport, then you wouldn't just be answering her question, but also mine, said Davy. Wait, you mean you don't know how you can teleport? Asked Veronica. That is correct. In truth, I don't even really know how to control my power of teleportation all that well, said Davy. Well, I'll find out for both of you, said Poet as she walked away happily. I'll be going back to checking the perimeter, said Davy, about to teleport away. Wait, Davy. I want to talk to you about something, said Veronica. What is it, Vivi? Asked Davy worriedly. I want to talk to you I want to tell you something. When I first met Siren, I thought she was alone like me. I thought that because she was alone, there wasn't a guy with her. She was like me, said Veronica, not meaning to talk in circles. Vivi, I know you don't like guys. That is why I've never bothered trying to get to know you all that well. And it didn't take me long to find out Siren was taken, so that is why I am the way I am. There is your answer, okay? Said Davy, jumping to conclusions. Davy, just listen. As I was saying, I thought all guys were selfish pigs until Siren introduced me to Time Bomb, and then when Time Bomb disappeared and Siren introduced me to you, I thought that you were just there to help her deal with her loss, said Veronica. Actually, I was hired help. She said that her friends had disappeared and she needed help to find them. She was paying well, so I decided to help, said Davy. Yes, I know that is why you helped her in the first place, but she chose you for a different reason. And it might have taken a while, but I realized that Siren doesn't just accept anyone into her group, and that she is a good judge of character, said Veronica with a sad look on her face. Vivi, are you alright? Asked Davy. What I'm trying to say, Davy, is that you, for all your issues, you are a good guy, said Veronica. Vivi, I don't know what to say, said Davy. Don't say anything. I know that no guy could look at me twice once they know my past the way you do, said Veronica. Wait, Vivi, once Time on Siren's friends came back, I was going to leave the group, but Siren said that I needed to stay because she saw a change in the way you and I acted when we met. She told me how it was a bad change at first, but it became a good change. She also said that her and Time Bomb could disappear and would need me to look after you and vice versa until they got back, said Davy. Davy, are you saying that you stayed for me? Asked Veronica. Yes, Vivi, I care about you, said Davy. Come here, Davy, come here, said Veronica. Okay, said Davy nervously as he took a step forward. I care about you, to be honest, said Veronica while hugging Davy in a death grip. Don't hug me so tight, said Davy. Just let me have this moment, Davy. I don't express my emotions much, said Veronica. I know, you should really start expressing them more, and then I can get used to your hugs, said Davy. Oh, just so you know, if you tell anyone I hugged you, prepare to die, or I guess teleport a lot, said Veronica. Okay then, said Davy nervously. Good, the plan is working. Romance and immortality potions. Put them together, and what have you got? Asked Poet jokingly. A recipe for disaster and a bit of true love, said the disembodied voice of Electronic evilly and jokingly. Part of me makes me want to say, I can't believe you're making me do this, said Poet angrily. I know, but it is for the greater good. Besides, your romance potion works similarly to the couple's room at the hotel. It only works if there is some interest in the first place, said the disembodied voice of Electronic evilly. You aren't the same hero you were before, said Poet. I know, but my fate was sealed long before yours, said the disembodied voice of Electronic sadly. Your fate is unbreakable, isn't it? Asked Poet. Your smarts are almost on level with Think Tank, said the disembodied voice of Electronic. Was that a compliment? Asked Poet. He's letting me be in control again. I guess that means he doesn't want to answer you, said Spiderly truthfully. That chapter was terrible. Chapter 6. The end already? Really? The end already? What is this? The shortest video I'm ever going to make? No, it isn't. Spider knew she had to play the waiting game for Electronic's plan to work. She waited for 25 years, but of course time takes its toll. Quasar, Rex, Copper, and Sarah died in that time. Brian Wilkes also reunited with Siren and her friends after hearing about her moving to the Mojave. Of course, with time new life also comes. Wow, that was hard to read. Vince, the son of Veronica and Davy, Crystal Castor, the daughter of Time Bomb and Siren Castor, and finally the one that holds the powers that Ackley needs, that Spiderly needs to be able to kill Ackley. Sorry. Both names end in similar letters, sort of. It's confusing. Varan, the son of Vince and Crystal Castor. How is those for names? Varan, Vince, Crystal. Of course, it didn't come with the name Crystal Castor. That was from someone else's fanfiction. But I did come up with a Vince and Varan. Varan. I know. Probably terrible names, but I don't know. Everything is going according to plan, said Spirely evilly. The power that lies within that boy is practically impossible, said Merak. Wonders of my scientific genius, time, and breeding are amazing, said Poet happily, but also sad for what comes next. Yes, I must thank you, Poet. Without you, this would have been impossible, but Merak, here is the part where you truly come in. You must tell them the boy has the powers of a dragonborn, and he must be trained. That is when you take him over where Spiderly and Think Tank will make a portal. Got that? Asked the disembodied voice of Electronic. Yes, said Merak, not entirely liking the plan, but knowing it is for a greater good. Goodbye, Think Tank. Remember to drop the keys of power off at the hotel, said the disembodied voice of Electronic. Don't worry, Electronic. I can't forget, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to create them in the first place, said Think Tank. Hey, Think Tank, why does the doctor like it when there are two of them? Asked the disembodied voice of Electronic jokingly. Because it's a paradox, said Think Tank while laughing. Spiderly, here you go, said Mark, while handing her the baby Varan. Thanks, Mirak. I'm so sorry that it was only wasted, Spiderly, while killing Varan. Yes, this is quite dark, I realize. I'm titling this episode, And It Gets Worse, because that's truthful. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to come and face me, said Ackley. Everyone before me has failed, but I won't, said Spiderly. You haven't changed anything that would have mattered, so how do you expect to defeat me this time? Asked Ackley. Because I'm not you, said Spiderly. Oh, yes, you are. I was once called Spiderly, and everyone that has made it this far and gets killed or dies from something, and then all those sweet powers they had have nowhere to go, and then the powers merge, and and become another part of me, said Ackley. Yes, I know, but this time I am not alone. After all, I have Split's power and some of their personalities and an ally, said Spirely. Yeah, did you really think I wouldn't be here to have one last good time? Asked Glockenstick. I still have a few sparks left, said Electronic happily. I'm behind you all the way, said Rubber happily. You think you're a villain? Not even close, laughed the cop evilly. I followed you to hell and back. I'm not going to stop now, so let's just get to the point, said Silver McGiver happily. This is just another villain with no real plan. Shouldn't be too hard, said Spirely evilly. My scream will leave you speechless, said Soundbeam jokingly. Oh, this is going to be fun, said Stunter happily. It is about time I was the one who traveled, said Dusty jokingly. Better give me some treats after this, said Yeti jokingly. Always happy to lend my brain power to anyone who needs it, said Think Tank happily. What is this, an idiot convention? Asked the mad scientist jokingly. It's about time someone lighted up your life, said Lighter jokingly. Chapter 7, Song of the Casters. Also, I'm sorry, the same error happened. Why does a fatal error keep on happening when I'm trying to read my stories? Who knows? Who knows? Where am I? Asked Sirencaster. Don't worry, Siren, it is all going to be fine, said Electronic. Who are you? Asked Sirencaster worriedly. I am the ultimate Cybergeist, also known as the Seventh Electronic. But you can just call me Electronic, said Electronic. Okay, then where are we? Asked Sirencaster worriedly. It is like a prison or a tomb at the end of time. At the end of time, for people like me, said Electronic evilly. Is that Poet over there? Asked Sirencaster. Yes, it is, said Electronic happily. Why is she here? Asked Sirencaster. You can expect the company of immortals at the end of time, said Electronic truthfully. What does it mean to be like you? Asked Sirencaster. A cowardly Time Lord. Cowardly Time Lord. And whether or not you will admit it, you are like us, said Electronic. So that is why I am here? Asked Sirencaster. Not exactly. I can send you back. There is still one way for you. You can escape this fate. Become a farmer, but never forget who you truly are, said Electronic. Really? Asked Sirencaster, doubting what Electronic is saying is true. I will send you back to before Spirely came to your wedding, and you can live happily ever after. Also, take this. After Spirely defeated Ackley, it appeared, said Electronic. What am I going to do with the sword key? Asked Sirencaster. Do not worry, you will know what to do with it when the time comes, said Electronic. Okay, well, is there anything else you want to tell me? Asked Sirencaster. No, goodbye, Siren, and don't worry, legends of you will go on long after the casters, said Electronic. Goodbye, Electronic, said Sirencaster. Good, another sword key has appeared, so everything worked out, said Electronic evilly. Epilogue. On the Cowardly Time Lord Ranch, an elderly Sirencaster waits for someone to come when a knock on the door and a young Varn calls out, Grandma, a strange man who says his name is O. We almost spoiled the end of the Legend of Glockenstick. That was a close one, wasn't it, Think Tank? Yes, it was, Electronic. I don't own Lydia, Mirax, Serana, Sirencaster, Quasar, Rex, Davy, Moira, Brown, Time Bomb, Sarah Lyons, Vathfire, Arium, Farkas, Frere, Poet, Crystalcaster, Brian Wilkes, Misha, Sophie, Quaos, Dr. Chaz, The Pie Team, Galen, Skyrim, Nern, Val, Fallout, Copper, Veronica, Sullivan, Circus. I think I got all of them. Also, if you didn't understand this story, go watch Venturian's Tales, a Skyrim tale, and a Fallout tale. I would recommend that to anybody anyways. It's an amazing YouTube series. Go check it out. Anyways, special thanks to Venturian tale, for finally giving me the strength to write a story, and to everyone else that has written a Cybon fanfiction that I have read. Also to anyone that inspired a character in my story. The end. Anyways, this is where we'll end off for this episode. Sorry it's so short and kind of broken, but I can't really help that. Anyways, this is the Cowardly Time Lord signing off and saying, have a good day, or whatever time it is ever you are.